So how do you stay focused when things are tough, when the whole environment around you is not being supportive of what you do? So I want to share with you 4 things I learned over a decade ago when I attended one of these Tony Robbins seminars. And if you haven't attended any of mindset training, you should always get mindset training. Why? Because I believe that if you want to be successful in business, then I personally feel like 50% of it is what you do and how you do something. And the other 50% is the strategic value that you need to do. So you need both. It's like yin yang, isn't it? You got both halves of this. I learned something from Tony, like these 4 different ways to live. And I still do this today. Even after a decade of learning this stuff, I want to share with you what I learned. If you want to stay focused, you want to be the best at what you do, you got to have a standard that you live by. What standard are you living by right now? What's the one thing for you that you cannot do without? Or maybe you're in a relationship and people are shouting at you and your partner's shouting, being abusive, like you're taking that. What's one thing that you're not going to stand for? And one of the things that I shared with you was this strategy, and I'll share this with you on this little board. So he said there's 4 levels to this. The first one, number 4, people have poor standards. So poor standards are basically people not doing the best at what they want to do. And they're kind of comfortable. They're like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. So that having this poor standard is not good because it doesn't allow you to achieve more. The third thing that we got to do is the next standard is what we call having a good standard. And having a good standard, okay, I think it's okay. But the issue with having good standard is it's not good enough to be good anymore. What's the next step? You have to be excellent at it, right? You got to be excellent. Now, why excellent? Because right now there's a lot of competition. You got to ask yourself, where are you right now? Are you poor? Like, I don't care. Are you good? Where actually, I'm okay at this. Or are you excellent? But there's one more level above that. And this is why, especially in the era that we're living right now, and he calls this outstanding. And when I learned this, I really started to see life differently, because he said, if you have outstanding attitude to life, to your business, you have excellent results. And if you're excellent at what you do, you get good results. And if you're good at what you do, you get poor results. When I learned this, I thought to myself, wow, I got to operate my life at an outstanding level. For example, when I typically get up between 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, I'll work out, I'll go for a run. And so that's become part of my daily routine. That's part of my standards, that I will not do that. Of course, if I'm flying on a plane, even in a plane, sometimes I'll get down and start doing press-ups and start training. You got to hold yourself up to higher standards. Why? Because if you hold yourself to low standards, that's what you're going to get. And one of my other teachers once said to me, he said, you should aim for the stars, because one thing is for sure, you won't come up with a handful of mud. And so if you're watching me right now and you're thinking, how do I achieve things, especially in the current climate? Stay focused on your standards. What standards are you living by? For me, every single day, I make sure I do something. So my challenge for all of you is what I call the 365 action challenge. What does that mean? That means that every single day you have to do one part of something that's going to get you closer to your goal. So if it's, for example, if it's losing weight, it could be, today I'm going to, instead of eating meat, I'm going to eat a lot of salad. Or the other day it might be, okay, instead of sitting at home on the couch watching Netflix for 20 minutes, I'm going to go out and do a little walk or a little run for 20 minutes. Or instead of going out to have a coffee, you might want to go to the gym. All these little actions that you do on a consistent basis, what leads you to the end result. Like, success doesn't happen overnight. There's a saying that says it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. And it's so true. I just had a conversation with one of my friends that I haven't seen for a very long time. And she said to me, John, you were just featured in Forbes. I can't believe it. I mean, I've seen your journey grow over the years, and you've worked so hard, and she knows how hard I work. What standards are you living by right now? Poor, good, excellent, or outstanding? If you're outstanding, what does outstanding actually mean? So let's say you're in business right now. Could you do outstanding marketing? Could you do outstanding customer service? Could you do outstanding sales? Could you do outstanding marketing? Could you have an outstanding system or an outstanding idea? Something that's gonna be different. So what do you have that you could actually create and make even better and better and better? And I think if we live in a world of always improving ourselves, and that's why if you look at the difference between, Jim Rohn said this, formal education and self-education. A lot of people, they go to school, go to university, and it stops at 21 years old. Okay, if you're doing a PhD, it's a little bit longer, but most people, they'll stop after a university degree and they don't learn any new skills after that. I can tell you, when I finished university, I do more education now than I did in university. So I'm always learning about business, I'm learning about spirituality, I'm learning about health, I'm learning about marketing, I'm learning about sales, I'm learning about investing, I'm learning about real estate, I'm learning about IP owned company, I'm learning about social media, I'm learning about online businesses. You want to have outstanding knowledge. When you have outstanding knowledge, that's when you have the edge. The edge will give you that little advantage where you're going to achieve more than anyone else. So I really hope that you got a lot of value from this. I don't take credit for this thing that I learned. It's just something I learned 10 years ago from Tony Robbins seminar that I attended. And that's why I think it's so important to fix the mindset. When a lot of people get into business, you can't just have the strategies, you got to have the mindset. Because what's the biggest fear of business? Fear of failure. Right? Feel that you're not enough, feel that you can't do it, feel that fear of what your friends are going to think. That's why you got to fix what's in here first. No, not first, at the same time as you're doing this. So sometimes people just experience the problems and then they learn it. Some people need to learn it externally. So I really hope you got a lot of value from this. And personally for me, what's the one thing that you're going to do to help increase your standards? Leave a comment below. And if you like this, by the way, like this video so it'll help YouTube and show you more of my videos. And if you don't want to miss out on all my new videos, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on our new videos. This is John Lee, the author of Business Hack. Bye for now.